on my way from home to City Hall, I received the call and heard the words that no one wants to hear. You have cancer.
Earlier this week, Mayor Van Johnson revealed his prostate cancer diagnosis and subsequent treatment. Now, this Wellness Wednesday, we thought that was a good place to start to discuss the mental health struggles of someone dealing with a serious medical condition. So, Mary Jo Horton, the manager of behavioral health at Memorial Health, is back. Hello, Mary Jo.
Hello.
All right, we can't speak specifically to the mayor's condition, his mental health condition during this, but this is something millions of people deal with every day. So what are some of the ways a medical condition can affect your mental health?
I think that we forget how much it can derail how we think we're doing with our mental health. The overwhelming nature of the inability to know what's going to come can really impact anything that we're dealing with, particularly things that are chronic like anxiety, depression.
Yeah. All right. And it can also trigger new fears in a person. That's right.
Absolutely. I think that we often we take our health for granted. And then all of a sudden we get this news and all the possibilities, all the fears, all the way that this may impact our loved ones, our life, our future. It can be terribly overwhelming. And
something you talk a lot about is having healthy habits. But this is something that can challenge that, functioning with those habits.
Absolutely. So you think about all the things you're already doing to try to have balance, healthy habits, feel good every day, and then suddenly your body is experiencing something that may not allow you to do the things that keep you naturally well. And so then you have to find ways to integrate your chronic and now your acute needs.
So, you know, Mary Jo, my mom and my aunt took care of my grandmother as she was aging, and she was very sick toward the end. And, you know, their attention was on her and loving her and caring for her, but they were her loved ones, her caregivers, and they had some mental health needs that they needed looked after. So it has to take a toll on those caregivers as well.
Absolutely, particularly because caregivers oftentimes don't find it their right to be struggling emotionally. They're so focused on being the caregiver, and they feel that they should just keep powering on when oftentimes they're really struggling and having a difficult time.
All right, so it triggers a fear and not helping enough.
Yes, caregivers, no matter how much they're doing, when you sit down and you talk to them, they keep fearing that they're not taking care of this or taking care of that or helping somebody who's also impacted as a caregiver. It's a never-ending cycle of feeling anxious.
Yeah, anxious, and even depression can come out of that.
100%. This brings up all of our feelings of sadness, of worry, of loss, and all of the things that maybe was unresolved with your loved one.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that, especially if you have a loved one who has a terminal illness and you're facing mortality with that, cause worry, a fear over one's own health. You're thinking about your own mortality, your own health here, right?
Yes, think about it. All of a sudden you think you're trucking along really healthy, and someone you also think is really healthy suddenly gets a new diagnosis. What's one of the first things our brain wants to know? Oh my goodness, could that happen to me? Am I at risk? Particularly if it's a family member in which it could be inherited condition or something that is brought on by stress. It brings up all those fears for us.
And it's not selfish to think that. That's a normal thought process.
It's the way our brain functions. Oftentimes we feel guilty for just the normal way that our brain wants to figure life out and be able to pre-plan what's going to happen to us.
Okay, so we have about a minute left. Let's talk about some strategies that both patients and the caregivers can use to navigate this difficult time.
So here's the big thing. We need to prioritize our expectations of what we're able to do. Oftentimes when we're ill or we're caring for somebody, we think that we can do 100% at work, 100% at home, 100% for ourselves, and we just only have so much to give. We need to really think about what is the priority, and that's okay. We're not going to get everything done. Let's be kind to ourselves.
How do you develop resiliency into a routine?
So this is how we have our well to give. The more that we dig into our routine and we lean into the things that provide us comfort, then we're going to have more to give, and we're not going to feel constantly drained.
Okay, and quickly on that last point about feelings and validate fears, is this a conversation you're having with each other?
You've got to. do.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is if you're feeling that way, I guarantee you somebody else in your life is feeling that way. And what a beautiful way to connect, to validate each other's fears.
All right, Mary Jo, as always, thank you. An enlightening conversation. I appreciate it. So many families are dealing with this. It can be hard for everyone involved, put strains on relationships, so some good advice here. And if you want to check out this interview again and really hone in on those points or any other Wellness Wednesday interviews, just go to our website, wsav.com/wellnesswednesday.